Alrighty, what's up guys? It's me, the Fallen Sanctum, and today we're going to be going over, after my much anticipated farming guide, here's a guide on how to do tree runs. Now, I did one for herb runs, which is mainly done for money. You can also do allotments alongside the herb runs to make a bit more GP and get a little bit more XP, because you got a lot more allotments than you get herbs. But here we're going to go with the main way to train farming on most main accounts, Iron Man accounts, and whatever kind of accounts you want. These are daily. They're not like hourly, because regular trees take about like 4 to like 7 hours to grow, and fruit trees take like 14 to 16 hours to grow. So how I recommend tree runs is you do one tree run a day, probably at the start of your day, and then if you want to do herb runs during the day, like while you're doing stuff, if you're at work, you can do herb runs very well on mobile and stuff. That's great, but tree runs, just try to do one a day. Try to sync them up. Don't try and you can do multiple tree runs and one fruit tree run a day, but then it's more busy work. But here's, in this guide, we're going to be going over how to do a fully fledged tree run. Now, we are here in the farming guide. When you have 85 farming, you unlock a bonus fruit tree, a celestial tree, and a spirit tree. I won't be covering these special trees because if you know how to do a regular farm run, you're going to be good to go. I'll be covering hardwood trees, and I'll be covering fruit and regular trees. You can do calquats in like Typo 1i, and yeah, that's the only other special tree. There's spirit trees pretty much across the multiverse, but you need like 83 farming to take a week to grow, and you need some special ingredients and stuff. So if you want to make money with your spirit seeds and you have no like plans to really plant a spirit tree yourself, you can just turn them in for farming seed packs here at the farming guild with Guildmaster G. So anyways, let's get right into it. What is a tree run and how do I get my hands on tree seeds? So in our last guide, seeds normally bought off the G or earned from like PVM, right? But tree seeds a little bit different. You can get them from these things called bird nests, which you'll encounter when woodcutting. So if you get bird nest seed, normally it'll be a tree or a fruit tree or a special tree seed that you'll get from one of the three. You can also get a clue nest and egg nest and stuff, but we'll go over that in a different video. It's not really important. But here I have in my inventory, I have a seed, I have a plant pot with soil, I have a watering can, and I have a gardening trowel. So the most important thing you need, because unlike herbs, you need a little bit of prep to do your tree runs. So first off, you need saplings, right? And how do we get a sapling? So first, we're gonna put the seed into the plant pot with the gardening trowel, and then we're gonna water it. Now, it can take like 1 to 3 minutes, or probably just a game tick, and then this watered seedling will turn into a sapling, which then we'll be able to get stuff done with. So here you see, and once you are 65 farming, you get access to the regular tree here in the farming guild. But let's go over the locations. Now, let's start off with the basics and go towards the more advanced. So let's start off with the first tree patch you're likely to run into because you're playing RuneScape and you're probably a newer player. So let's go to Lumbridge, because in Lumbridge, you have a tree patch. Now, if you go to the back of the kitchen here, you can see that there is a tree patch. I'm not going to check the health just because I don't want to, but when you fully grow a tree, you can click check health to get a giant chunk of XP. And then once you have a tree, you can pay the gardener, not the tool leprechaun, 200 gold to remove the tree to just plant another tree. So that's location number 1 is Lumbridge here for the first tree. Then we have Varrock, Taverley, Falador, the Gnome Stronghold, and the Farming Guild. So those are the 6 locations. But I'll show you guys all the locations just naturally in this video. And then we'll go to the fruit trees. So here you go. In Varrock, it is just east of the castle in the courtyard. And now we're going to go to Taverley. You can use a Taverley teleport or run up from Falador, whichever you want. It kind of works both ways. There's a patch in Falador too. So you kind of do Falador and Taverley like close to each other. Now let's go to Falador real quick. If you have a give me a second. If you have a Ring of Wealth, you can just teleport to Falador Park. Takes you to the tree patch and the start of Giant Mole and stuff. So you're in the middle of Falador, so you don't have to break the tab, which will drop you all the way over here and then run all the way. And then last but not least, we said Gnome Stronghold. So Gnome Stronghold and Tree Gnome Village are going to be normally where we start our fruit tree run cycle. You want to be able to use a spirit tree. So for that, you need to have done the Tree Gnome Village quest. So let's go to the Gnome Stronghold first, because the Tree Gnome Village is the first spirit tree you have access to. And then I think once you do the Grand Tree, you get access to the other spirit trees. But here's the last regular tree. It is next to the Neve Cave. You can also teleport using the Slayer Ring or with the Royal Seed Pod after Monkey Madness 2, but most people just use the Spirit Tree. Here's our first Fruit Tree. Now these give a little bit more XP outside of Magic Trees, but for Magic Trees you have Dragon Fruit Trees, which give about the same scale, if not a bit more XP than that. So Fruit Trees do take 16 hours to grow. So normally, like, you wake up, you start your day, you're gonna go and do a tree run, and then the next day you're gonna do another tree run, and try to do one tree run a day. You're gonna see your farming gains are gonna be great. Also, once you're 65 and you find Hespori seeds, you can plant Hespori and it grows, I think, every like 48 hours or something. So by coming here in the Tree Gnome Village and following Alcoy, he takes us to the tree number 2. Now let's go to Catherby, which is going to be our number 3 spot. I don't recommend doing a herb run and a tree run at the same time, just because you're going to so many different locations that you're gonna unsync your herbs, and they're gonna be growing at different intervals. By that, I'm just saying you're gonna be wasting like 5 to 10 minutes waiting for some of the other herbs. So if you want to do a herb run while doing a tree run, you fully do a tree run. You fully do a herb run first, finishing at Catherby to start your tree run here, and then you just start doing your regular tree run. So here, all the way over there at the end, you see I have a diseased banana tree. Doesn't really matter. It is protected. Oh, never mind. It's fully grown, so who cares? But yeah, this Catherby, and now we're gonna go to Brimhaven, which is our last regular spot. So until you're a little bit higher level, you're not gonna be able to see some of these other ones. But let's just go, because the farming guild requires 85 farming for the fruit tree access, and the other one requires Morning's End Part 1 to be started. You need to have been given the the information from Arion 1 to start the quest, because then you'll be able to use the teleport crystal to get back to Leia. And Leia is going to be where we're going to be ending our tree run, but I will then show you a little bit of a sneaky thing that you can do with other trees that are also pretty good XP. It takes some time. So first and foremost, let's go to Vitas Il Forte. Fortis. Fucking Varlamore. Let's go to Varlamore. I hate saying that name. Not Varlamore, but I hate saying the other name. It's just so long. So normally you would use a Quetzal Whistle to teleport to the Hunter's Guild and run to the hardwood section. This is a fun activity called Wealthy Citizen Looting, and it has like an AFK mechanic every 90 seconds. If you're interested, you can check it out. I will be making a useful tips guide probably down the line. But see here, we have to run through the entirety of the savannah. We're here. We got to get to here. So you have to have done the riveting tale of a lily pad labor dispute. Essentially, you talk to the landowner and the frogs, and you help kill a evil frog. And yeah, it has like 1 HP, and it drowns in the lake. Shit's very fucking morbid. And you have a teak tree spawn here. There's no mahogany trees, but this is the first thing called a hardwood tree. Now, if you go in, if you're using RuneLight, you have access to your special tree patches and special patches. So for like belladonna mushroom, hespori, and like the anima plant and stuff. And then you have in your tree section, you have your regular trees here on the left, and then If you scroll a bit down, you have a section called hardwood trees. Now, hardwood trees take about, I think, 3 to 4 days to grow, something like that. It's like 72 to like 90 hours or something. And I think teaks give like 7k XP, mahoganies give like 11, 12k XP or something. So really useful. There's one here from the riveting tale of the lily pad labor dispute. And then you have 3 once you have done Bon Voyage. Can I please teleport? No. Alright, so of course, that means we have to go back to Fossil Island. But you guys saw how we get to Fossil Island. You use the dig site pendant. Once you've used the dig site pendant on the strange machine in the house here, you unlock the ability to teleport to here. And we're gonna be wanting to go to the mushroom meadow, because that's where we're going to find our 3 hardwood trees. So you have a total of 4 hardwood trees, 6 regular trees, and 5 fruit trees. No, 6, okay, it's 6 fruit trees, 6 regular tree, and 4 hardwoods. So these take a little bit longer, but just for the video's sake, because I don't have the exact experience, you get 15.8k experience. So these are really worth doing. They're also super cheap. Like for the lower levels, you see like an apple sapling is like 200 GP, pineapple sapling is like 300 GP. A yew sapling gets a little bit more expensive, but this is like the peak of regular trees for like fantastic XP. So you would pay one of these squirrels to either chop the tree down, to replant it, but you also pay them to protect these. I recommend protecting these. I think you need Yanillion hops or something. It's like 10 Yanillion hops per tree. It's a little bit expensive over time, but the XP is fucking fantastic. You basically get more XP than a magic tree, and the seed is like less than 2k. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little guide. I don't think I messed up anything this time. In my inventory, you do like need a spade. You don't need the trowel once you've planted, once you've like seeded your sapling in the little pot. I think you need you just need a spade. You need an axe if you want a woodcut to then dig up the roots. But the roots only apply to like the regular trees, like from the normal to the magic trees. They don't apply to hardwood trees. I always bring a log basket because when I'm wood cutting, I let the logs go in the log basket first. Normally I do magic trees, and you know, you can bank a few magic logs and stuff. Very useful on Iron Man, but on mains, just pay the 200 unless you need to do the specific uproot for a diary achievement in a specific like tree patch. You're fine. Also, when you are farming, you have a decent chance to get Hesperia seeds, and these can be planted starting from level 65 farming, and you get about 12.7k XP every 2 days. It's like a little boss you have to fight, and when you kill it, you get to dig it up to get the farming XP and the drop. It has its own collection log and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's 200 GP per tree, so normally bring like maybe 2-3k when you do a tree run. And other than that, yeah, you do not need to use compost on trees. You can if you want to get just a tiny bit more XP for the ultra compost use, which is not very useful. Outside of that, I recommend doing your tree runs. You need 85. You need 85 farming for the Candor and Elite, and you need farming for some other things. It's also just a good mid to late game money maker, and it gets better as you go. And if you do get the skill cave, then herb runs are even more profitable. So if you guys like and enjoyed this guide, I'm gonna be uploading it tomorrow afternoon, probably like around noonish after I upload the other VOD that's normally scheduled. But if you guys have any questions or would like to see informational videos, educational videos on other topics, just comment down below, and if I have enough know-how and knowledge on a specific subject or it's interesting, I'll definitely look into it. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Remember to subscribe and like the video, share it with a friend, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.